Welcome to the Johnstone Cafferty Group review of the BRC1E73. These are the most common questions I receive from the field. As a warning, I'll be going over some iTouch Manager items as well. And if you've never seen an iTouch Manager or have ever worked with one, be patient. We'll be doing a video on that separately coming soon. All right, get this call quite a bit. Contractor on the job site, units under central control have no control of the BRC. They want to go in and maybe make a change to a field setting, something along those lines, and we get the pop-up under centralized control as well as a small icon. In this case, something in the building, usually the iTouch Manager, is controlling it, and we'll go ahead and we'll go into the iTouch Manager settings. And in this case, I'm going to do it under all. Be cautious when you use this. You might switch off or switch on some thermostats that aren't supposed to have control. So you can always go directly to the person, and I'll show that later in the video. In this case, RC prohibit. I'll permit it, and you'll click the set point button, permit or prohibited, and then perform setup. In this case, we'll prohibit or unprohibit so we can get into the thermostat and make changes, and you'll see the icon is now gone from the screen. We'll go ahead and touch the screen one time to make it light up. I'm just scrolling through here. Once we have it in the main menu, we'll push and hold cancel button 5 seconds, and we'll get into the service settings. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to one that I asked for quite a bit, indoor unit status, and hit OK, and you'll see it shows us our thermostats of the indoor head we're working on. TH2 is the gas. Usually don't want to last for. Next question I get often is how do we get into field settings? And this is an example of our field settings where we can go in and make changes to the system, and you'll see we'll hold the cancel button to get into the service settings, and we'll scroll down to the field settings. Once in the field settings, you'll see our mode, and in this case we want to do a mode 20 change. We may want to do a 1E change. I'm going to go ahead and go back up to mode 20. You'll notice it takes a moment to populate. And once it does populate, we can hit left and right and go to the initial setting, and then we can scroll up or down to actually make the setting. And then in that case, we'll hit menu. Remember, one BRC can run 16 units, so you might have to go to the unit and switch it from 0 to 1 or the 2 or the unit you're actually working on. We'll go ahead and exit those field settings. If the BRC controller is connected to a centralized controller, we can see a group number. But the only time this appears without a centralized controller, you will not see the group number appear. So we're going to scroll down, and we're going to find the group number associated with this piece of equipment. All right, we'll go for group address. We'll hit the menu OK, and then we'll go ahead and go either to the group or the unit. In this case, I'm going to the unit, and we'll see this one's assigned 2-05. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll take a look at the error history while we're in this section. And you can see we can look at the indoor unit error history and pull up the errors that may be associated with this piece of equipment. All right, now that we have that group number, let's jump back over to the iTouch Manager and take a look. I'll be on the main screen with the icons. We can also just go to the second floor, hit down, and we'll look at Johnny, for example, and we'll see there's the address 2-05. So we'll know that name is associated with that group number and that BRC controller. Another question I get quite a bit, I went ahead and added on this one, is what is with the giant eyeball that appears on the screen? You'll see here, I'll take my makeup error. I'm going to go to the maintenance. If we have a piece of equipment that's acting up, it's got a bad TXV, and it's populating errors on all the equipment, and including in here, may even shut the equipment off. We can go move that piece of equipment into maintenance, and you'll see what happens is when you show up, you'll see the big eyeball for maintenance. And you'll know there's a piece of equipment sitting in the maintenance menu. In this case, I'm going to go back in the maintenance, repair the unit, and I'm going to move it back in. And now the customer and I also have control through the iTouch Manager. All right, wanted to stay under 5 minutes. Hope you found it helpful. We'll do much more on the BRC1E73. Those are the most common questions we get. And as always, the TSAs at Cafferty Group, thank you for the time.